Netflix's The Witcher has already been confirmed for a second season, meaning the return of Geralt, Yennefer, Jaskier, and Ciri. Despite some negativity from critics, the first season was a runaway success, and according to Netflix, The Witcher was one of its most successful original shows of 2019, just behind Stranger Things Season 3. So what do we want from the second season? As a warning, there will be spoilers from Season 1, and I'll be spoiling some minor things from the books, but we'll try to keep those to an absolute minimum, so let's do this. Whether you're a fan of the books, the games, or the show, there's no denying that Geralt and Jaskier have fantastic chemistry. Do you romance Geralt and Triss, or Geralt and Yennefer in The Witcher? None of it matters, because the romance between Geralt and Jaskier is better than all of that. This is especially true of Joey Beatty's charismatic Jaskier, and Henry Cavill's grunty and reluctant Geralt. It was sad to see the two have a falling out in Episode 6's Rare Species. So I propose an Episode 1 makeup session, so we can get the two of them together once and again, forever and always. Season 1 of The Witcher takes place throughout the span of the first two series of Witcher short stories, The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny, and ends on the exact same note, setting the stage for the first full-fledged Witcher book, Blood of Elves. However, there are some fantastic short stories that were sadly either glazed over or skipped entirely. One of these was A Little Sacrifice, which, in my humble and totally correct opinion, is one of the best short stories in the books. This short story gives Jaskier a moment to shine as he competes against another renowned bard, Essie Davin. It includes an interesting underwater adventure with a fun twist on The Little Mermaid and some enthralling action for Geralt. All of it concludes with the harsh realities of the world, which I'd prefer not to spoil, but it's gut-wrenching and well worth being adapted. Frankly, some of the best parts of The Witcher were just watching Geralt absolutely obliterate his enemies with style. So give me more of Geralt pirouetting around his foes as he makes fools of them, and I'll definitely enjoy it. While not as impactful as A Little Sacrifice, Eternal Flame is another short story from Sword of Destiny well worth adapting. In the show, we learned about Dopplers via Caer, who utilizes one to try and capture Ciri. Eternal Flame was the short story Dopplers were introduced to the Witcher world through, and is an exceedingly fun and comical storyline involving a Doppler posing as a halfling merchant and completely screwing around with his business affairs. Taking place in Novigrad, this story also teaches us more about human relations to other beings in the cities, as well as how popular religion works in the Witcherverse. While the show is ramping up to get to more serious points from the books, this would be a perfect break from the tension. Kaer Morhen is the training place of Witchers, where they undergo the trial of grasses and practice acrobatics and swordplay while studying up on various monsters day in and day out. As Geralt has now procured Ciri, it's time to visit and see just how she's forced to train, and hopefully learn more about Geralt's days training to be a Witcher. The CG and effects of The Witcher were a mixed bag, with certain monsters like the Striga of Betrayer Moon looking fantastic, while the Kikimora of The End's Beginning was fine, and the Golden Dragon of Rare Species, not so good. As these are likely budgetary issues, it's understandable, but with the overwhelming success and popularity of the show, hopefully that means a bigger budget for Season 2, which can be used to upgrade some of the CG for the various monsters of the world. The stage is set. We've seen Ciri brandish wild powers as she ran away from Caer and completely obliterated the various Sintrans who were going to take her in. And now, Geralt has finally found her to take her away to train and become a Witcher. While we've only seen her running in fear this first season, it'll be nice to see her learn how to take control and stand against Caer and everyone else trying to capture her. While audience members new to the world of The Witcher and most game players unfamiliar with the books will likely enjoy the lore present within the show, for the book readers, much of it is either changed or completely taken out. These things are part of what made the world so interesting, so it'd be nice for some of these things to be a part of Season 2, as it would only serve to upgrade the show. As an example, in the short story Rare Species is based off of, the dwarves are all kind, and even more so in other stories. It makes the human racism against dwarves present within the Witcher world stand out even more, as the race of dwarves are different in some ways, but overall very pleasant to be around. Similarly, from the same story, all of the mercenaries on their way to hunt the dragon for its reward come to an agreement together for how the loot will be split, as they understand how hard their job is and less dragons and monsters exist to hunt. Therefore, they're relatively kind to each other. It's these things that make the world feel more fleshed out and real, so it'd be nice to see the show adapt more of it. Speaking of Ciri, why does Kaer want her so bad? What does this mean?
All I want, all I've ever wanted, is to help you fulfill your destiny. The white flame has brought us together. You are the key to everything, Cirilla.
It's time for some more answers about Nilfgaard and why they specifically want to capture Ciri so badly as opposed to just letting her die. And who is the White Flame? What is Ciri's destiny Kaer so badly wants to fulfill? The Netflix series revealed to viewers a visual example of what happened at the book's infamous Battle of Sodden Hill. At the end, we see Yennefer deciding to draw in fire and utilize it to scorch the Nilfgaardian army and win the battle for the North. But what happened to her? Tissaia searches for her right afterwards, but she would seem to be missing, passed out, or dead, and Geralt can't find her either, although it's unclear if that's a vision Geralt is having. So, what happened to her? So there you have what we want from Season 2 of The Witcher. What are you most looking forward to out of Season 2? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.